Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Nnamdi from Olo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 4th day of the 6th month, being June 2024. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where it all started. This is our rallying point. This is where we had that lone voice in the wilderness and we got attracted to it. Therefore, I urge each and every one of you to draw nearer to your listening devices. We are on FM in many parts of Biafra land, in CHK 102.1 in parts of Biafra land on FM frequency modulation. Also, we are on satellite. We are on free-to-air satellite. We are on IPOB community radio. It is a very low data consuming application. Moreover, you can also download, after downloading IPOB community radio, you can also download Simple Radio. Simple Radio, through there you can scroll and go direct to Radio Biafra London. Moreover, we are streaming live on our website, our official website, www.ipob.org. There, once you enter there, you can see click to live and you'll be listening direct. Moreover, if you have something in order to donate to support ESN, IPOB ESN, you go to PayPal and you click and you go direct through the process and donate what you want to donate. Therefore, without taking any more time, all of us know that today is an emergency broadcast by our Grand Officer Commanding, our GOC, Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Therefore, without taking any much time, I'll bring him into this hallowed platform. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, please, the platform is yours. Continue and start by telling us what you want, what we should know. Mazi, please, over to you.
Mazi Chinedu, Ndewo Nwa Chineke, Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu comes from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. And this evening, I'm once again on Radio Biafra on an emergency broadcast because of the things that are happening in our land. And I want every Biafran, if you are listening alone, open this radio for your neighbors to hear. Ask people to tune into Radio Biafra because this evening is going to be a special broadcast. You have Nigerian military officers, the DSS, the police, Igbo politicians. Even if Ahmed Tinubu is around, ask him to tune into Radio Biafra, Wole Soyinka. All of them who claim one time or the other they do listen to Radio Biafra. This is the right time for them to tune into Radio Biafra because this evening they will be informed. Judges, traditional rulers, governors, and the Southeast politicians. There is a need. If you are not listening this evening, ask your PA, ask any one of your heads to dub this program so that at the end of this program, he or she will play it for you. It is very, very important that this evening that everybody must listen. Those who normally record on WhatsApp, after this program, make sure that this program is shared widely to Igbo forums, WhatsApp forums of communities, traditional rulers, those who may give one reason or the other why they could not tune into Radio Biafra on this live program. This evening, I call upon all Biafrans wherever you are. I thank every one of you. I was here on Radio Biafra a month plus today. I came on Radio Biafra on 1st of May to make a pronouncement when we started our month of anniversary for the 30th May 2024. As we all know, the complete month of May normally be our month of mourning. We celebrate about the things that happened during the Biafra War. We tell stories, we educate our people, and this year we found out many people participated. I saw many platforms that try to grant interviews to people who witnessed the Biafran Civil War. It was very, very interesting, even though it was not shared so much. You know, Facebook normally, this period, they were suppressing most of our posts. But we don't worry so much because it does not really matter. I know, like, it is not today they started to make sure that everything IPOB is doing, it is not being widely seen. But there is what they call this vanity matrix. Vanity metric it looks like, you know, appears that signify performance, you know, but that people don't really understand what you are doing. They are not seeing what you are doing on social media, that your popularity or engagement on social media is not, that is what it's called. This is what Facebook is using on everything pertaining to IPOB. They call it vanity metrics. Do not be discouraged when you don't see some of your things, you know, going viral on social media or the Biafran celebrations. Most times you found out, if you are checking them on social media, you won't see them where you're supposed to. But truly, many people, millions of people are having access to those things. And you will be surprised that if you made a post, there are people coming to your timeline while Facebook is restricting your Facebook so that people will not have, you won't have enough viewers. Sometimes they may show you 100 people viewed your program, but you don't know that millions of people, thousands of people have passed through. So they don't want you to feel like you are making any headway on social media. Notwithstanding, IPOB media and Biafrans around the world, all of you made IPOB proud. You made the leadership of IPOB proud. The Eastern Security Network made IPOB proud. The IPOB media warriors made IPOB proud. And all the principal officers in Biafra land, they did a marvelous job. And I wish many of you was able to follow the candle night. The candle nights, some people who attended some candle nights, for example, the Adia candle night, they said people were uncountable. Some of you can see it on social media. And some now came back to say, I thought they said IPOB have been destroyed. I thought they said they have dislodged IPOB. I came here. What I saw here is unimaginable. You can see you don't even have a place. The candle night was really, and it went all well. There was no problem, not like the one of 2021 or 2022. 2022, a lot of people attended the candle night, both from Cross River to Akwa Ibom, to Ebonyi, to Adia, to Edo. Our Biafrans, they really made us proud. And that once again have demonstrated that this restoration struggle, this restoration of Biafra, it is a grassroots movement. It is not in the hands of the political elites. That is why we found it difficult, even in the next 1,000 years, to destroy IPOB. IPOB, the Biafran struggle, is a grassroots movement. And the IPOB will continue to do everything they have to do. They make sure they carry the people along in whatever we are doing. And that is what we have demonstrated on 30th May. Coming to IPOB members in diaspora, there are countries that I won't thank enough. Those countries that the enemies thought when they held Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the enemies stepped into those countries to make sure that IPOB will never see the light of the day. They created all kinds of problems. But I'm very, very happy, I must say it, that on that day, I saw that those countries is where IPOB even have the highest turnout, both in our protest and in all the programs. I won't thank enough the IPOB UK. I was really, really impressed, because this is a country that they tried. This is the center of where the British manipulate and do everything against this struggle. But IPOB UK, they really made us IPOB proud. They came out in a large number, like the days, like a few years back when IPOB UK used to come out, and they really demonstrated that in this last 30th May. Also, the IPOB Italy. IPOB Italy, they did a marvelous. People was asking, do we have this number of people in Italy? People were well organized. IPOB Austria, they did very excellently well. It doesn't mean that others didn't do well, but there were people. These are places that the enemies were trying to shake, as if they have taken over IPOB with propaganda, with lies. People are backing down. People are coming on social media, making noise. They try to deceive you. They have open office here. They have open there. They have many people begin to feel like IPOB is no more. But I'm happy 30th May have proven IPOB Germany, with all the fights, where they have sworn that they will make sure that IPOB will, those who try to divide IPOB into their family business and those who try to maintain the struggle, believing the ideology that we all came here for a restoration of Biafra. My thanks also go down to the IPOB in South Korea. They did excellently well. I mean, their videos, how they marched in Seoul, I think it's all there. If you go to my timeline, you can see they really did their best. Also, my thanks also go to IPOB Israel, irrespective of what happened in Israel, irrespective of how they deported the coordinator, trying to disorganize IPOB in Israel. But they remaining. Since the coordinator was deported while he was in detention, it was difficult to bring IPOB Israel together. They tried to destroy IPOB. They set up their infiltrators. They tried to. But I'm happy that the 30th May in Israel was a new beginning. And Mazi Obiora, even though he was outside, he tried to encourage and make sure that IPOB stood on their ground. And the family, there are other IPOB families, those who did their indoor, UAE did, the Kuwait did. There are many of them down to South Africa, many of them. But I'm talking about places where people really, really came out and they did what they have to do to prove to the world that IPOB remained intact. And all the rumors people were asking, all the rumors people were talking about IPOB, that all those things were lies. All the money, those who took money from Nigerian government, those in America that took money in UK, that they have put an end to IPOB. I am very, very sure on 30th May, they were all shamed. They were, even before 30th May, all of them were shamed when we gave the order. When we said that Biafra land will be locked down, they started to do a lot of things to distract the 30th May. The 30th May in Biafra land, once again, we have demonstrated to the world that IPOB The IPOB leadership is in charge of Biafra land. They can call us anything they want. This is complete a decade now, or more than a decade. We have been, the IPOB started this event. We have never skipped a year. Completely from 2016, 2017, IPOB, we does sit at home in Biafra land because the Nigerian military always find a way to attack IPOB. We do not want, when we are mourning our people, we don't want to see blood being shed in our land. It is something, it's something we have to do, and they cannot stop the celebration or the commemoration of our fallen heroes in Biafra land. The earlier they recognize that, the earlier they all come together and declare it, the southeastern politicians, both in the assembly, that all these rules they are going to give Ruga settlement. That is what they talk about in the House of Assembly. The earlier they found it fit to come sit down on that House of Assembly and say every 30th May. I thought by now some of them would have followed the steps, irrespective. We are not blessed, we are not praising anybody, but Obiano took a bold step, built a cenotaph in Oka, and I'm sure twice he came to celebrate the fallen heroes in Oka on that particular day. It is something many of them have to emulate. Even sometimes they want to feel, oh, it is IPOB that is telling us. But my particular, I want to clarify this evening is this. Have Nigerian government realized that IPOB, we are a state actor as long as Biafra land is concerned? How long again do they want to wait before they recognize the presence and the power IPOB has in Biafra land? If we can be able to lock down Biafra land, and if we decide that we will carry arms, so then what do they think will happen? A movement that controls everybody in the land. A movement that everybody listens to them whenever they make a comment. Forget about some people before that time, some people with some fools will come out and challenge you. Of course, that is what they want to do. That is why the Nigerian government will sponsor people. And most of you knew those who came out and challenged that you can't do it. We don't do it. You understand me? You know. Where are they today? Do not worry when you make up a law. There is always those who will challenge the law. But what matters so much is that what happens after that. Example in Enugu. Enugu was 110 shut down. 110% shut down. Even the petrol station of Peter Mba that he was also, all his workers, they didn't come to work. Even him, Peter Mba, was sitting at home. But before those days, he was threatening IPOB what he will do. And I've had to work. You will fight the people who owns the land. Peter Mba tried everything to scare people, threaten workers. If you don't come to work, you will get query. Why all those things? One thing I realize is that those advising Peter Mba have never sat him down and tell him, if you want to leave Enugu as a governor without some permanent marks on your body, you must stay away from IPOB matters. Peter Mba must stay away on IPOB matters. I got film, and he will see by himself. We have passed the stage. People will come and threaten IPOB. As some of you say, you can't threaten Nigeria. You can't threaten IPOB. You can't threaten indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB is an institution. IPOB is a state actor. As long as that region is concerned, the earlier you accept that, the better for you. With all due respect, We informed everybody we have to inform, so that people will not say you didn't. IPOB made sure we dish out a letter in respect. We gave to town unions, transport workers, traditional rulers, even the top politicians, even the government said respect is a reciprocal. Do not challenge IPOB. Sometimes, as an aging if you're so, even if they stop, at least they have respected us. But few people, and I want to make it very clear, we'll come to his subject. It is because we refuse, IPOB refused to give Ohaneze such notice. And we did it because they do not, Ohaneze do not deserve the respect they're supposed to exhibit in Biafra land. That is the reason why IPOB refused to give them, because these are a group of men who have continued to betray that particular land. Especially somebody like Iwuanyanwu. That is why he came on the newspaper and cried that he was not even, because he knew that people were giving notice. He knew that very, very well. He knew people were receiving that we are shutting Biafra land down. And because he didn't get a notice from IPOB, and I'm making it very clear so that he will know we have our intentions, we don't pamper any nonsense. That's why you saw him come out on radio, on the platform, the newspaper, shouting that he was not. Are we the one to remind you about 30th May? Are we the one to remind Ohaneze people for the 30th May? No. Under the auspices of Ohaneze, Igbo land has been divided. IPOB is trying to unify Igbo land while Ohaneze have become a tool of destabilization in Igbo land. And that we are not going to accept. We are going to come to that because those plans, all those plans they are using to destabilize Igbo land will never happen as long as IPOB, because we found out there is nobody guiding our people. The churches, pastors are all their preaching is for the finance that will go into their pocket. The politicians is because of the money go into their pocket. On Hanese people is all about betrayal. Who they will talk to, they give them money. Who they anything that is going to be, they call them, they take money. They kill Igbo people in the north, they go and take money. Say, don't worry, we will solve the problem. They go here, they take money. This is, every one of you know when we killed our people in Obigo. Nworu, he moved his team. They were the first people who paid him visit because we were screaming on top of voice that they told him nothing is happening. It was just $300,000 that we gave to them. They denied that our people were not killed, and they killed more. $300,000. Nworu and his team took it and they walked away. These are the people you call Ohaneze in the Igbo. And Iwuanyanwu came, took over. We are talking about Iwuanyanwu. Have all of you forgotten about Otokoto? Can somebody like Iwuanyanwu, with what happened during Otokoto time, can Iwuanyanwu be able to be walking around in Biafra land again, coming out in the limelight again to talk about politics? Have all of you forgotten about Otokoto in Imo State? Have all of you forgotten? Which Iwuanyanwu played a very major role in the business of Otokoto. Then after many years, Iwuanyanwu resurfaces in politics to head Ohaneze Ndigbo. Iwuanyanwu, when he's controlling his Hadel road rehabilitation, did he even rehabilitate any road in Biafra land? Iwuanyanwu, that every one of you knew that he was a major player to kick Ihedioha out of Imo State, and he was the major person who helped vote for them, but they kicked him, and he came on the media and talked rubbish about Ihedioha. That Ihedioha is a leprosy, they don't need a political leprosy, they don't need him. They were the ones, and the compensation was when Professor, what is his name, died. Then they handed it. Iwuanyanwu have handed over, he said his business. When Professor Obiozor died, Iwuanyanwu have handed over his business to his children that he was owed. He have handed over all his businesses to his children. After handing him over, that he was tired. Somebody that is tired now was picked at his age to come and lead Igbo people. Some people say whether he have dementia or whether he is okay or he knows what he's doing, that is the person who came out to lead our people, to lead Igbo people. No, they put people who know how to bargain. I am going to talk about Iwuanyanwu on this particular program, so that those who are around must tell him, because it is all connected to our 30th May. He is connected to our 30th May because I know the time he raises his voice, start to talk, I know something was wrong. I want to let Biafrans know that from the time the audio message leaked that Iwuanyanwu was part of those who want to go and beg the Northerners, it is a real story. IPOB do not carry any information they do not know. Before this news come outside and it went viral, can Iwuanyanwu swear? Because I cannot tell him come and swear, but he knew that there was a discussion going like that. There is a discussion in the north for them to go and beg. It is from the Sokoto Caliphate. It was a deal of 100 billion. Hope Uzodinma is at the center of all this deal, because Hope Uzodinma is vying for the post of a vice president. Hope Uzodinma, I'm saying it so that everybody know. Hope Uzodinma is part of the game because Hope Uzodinma is working seriously with Shetima because they are planning that Tinubu will never complete his tenure. That is all. He is positioning himself for a vice president in case Tinubu drops. Anything happens to that is all in their mind. But I think Tinubu is also playing with their mind because, that time before the election, Tinubu was peeing on the trouser. He was feeling like he was dying. Some of them were rejoicing. This man now, he's dying. He's dying. So tomorrow he won't stay 1 month or 2 months. He was playing with their mind. He will walk. They will put this in. They hold him. He will do like he was dying. Most of them were rejoicing that this man, after 2 months, 1 year, he will die in office. Immediately he won. Now he's working very strong. That dream they were having, they have already lost it. But they still have the plans. And the Hope Uzodinma is behind it. He is to be a vice president. That is why all the plan they are making. And the deal is not moving very well. When immediately IPOB step into that matter, the deal start to shake. Some Northerners, they were asking to go and beg that it will sell. The Northerners were telling them, Hausa and Fulani are not now in good position. Things are shaking. We cannot go and put mouth. The Hausas and Fulani are having problem in the north. We don't know how to do this thing. Then Iwuanyanwu went gaga, calling. Their agents were calling. Their agent came to IPOB through somebody to come and beg IPOB to work with Iwuanyanwu, which we refused. IPOB refused. Some people try to move, let him come and talk on Radio Biafra. We refuse. Then I had a voice note. I have the voice note where he was saying, since we refuse, he's going to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Kuje prison. And I thank God, I sent the message to somebody who is close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, one of the lawyers. I said, tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Iwuanyanwu is planning to come and see you. Be careful with that man. Whether they sent him or not, I don't know. But to our greatest surprise, Iwuanyanwu went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and came out. Every one of you saw what Iwuanyanwu said on the television, on a media press. That I do not want to address this issue, but I decided I must address it because every time people put us in a damage control position, Iwuanyanwu went there, came out and told the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have disassociated himself with IPOB, which I know it is not true. It is not true. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the last thing he will do is to disassociate IPOB while he's inside there. At the end of the day, Iwuanyanwu, the clip is there. Iwuanyanwu is talking that IPOB was the first people who wrote a press or article against him when we hear this information. That IPOB have done this, he was condemning IPOB on a television. And some people want us to keep silent. And I saw in the interview one of the IPOB lawyers, they couldn't even make the correction to say, no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not say this. Because Nandi was in Onye Barankiti Kwerekwe. They were there. Iwuanyanwu make those outrageous comments. He made those outrageous comments on the national television. He was attacking IPOB. Let me tell you, some say he had dementia. No, I disagree. I have no dementia. Oh my own, because these are horrible men. These are the way they play their politics. And I'm using this opportunity. Those who knows Iwuanyanwu, that statement must be retrieved. We are giving Iwuanyanwu just days from now. They must correct that particular statement. If not, we will launch an attack on Iwuanyanwu that he will never ever believe in his life. Because after that we say IPOB is insulting elders. We are not insulting. But it is when you want to destroy the image IPOB has built for over years. We don't have any personal problem with Iwuanyanwu. But Iwuanyanwu were IPOB Sora and so. If you don't know anything to talk. If Iwuanyanwu can go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and come out in few minutes and misquote Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, since 30th of May, today is 4th, 5 days, he have never corrected that statement he made. And people expect us to keep silent. Iwuanyanwu must correct that statement. If not, we will take it as that is what they have. That is what they discuss. Nobody can convince us. Nobody can convince me that that is not what they meant. Iwuanyanwu knows what he said. And those who was in that meeting with Iwuanyanwu when he met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by now supposed to come and make that clarification. This is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said to Iwuanyanwu. Either he misinterpreted it or he spoke a few words and forgot himself. If it's dementia, that means Igbo people should be careful sending this kind of person to go to speak for them. That means somebody like this cannot go to speak for Igbo people because he can go there and they tell him, we are coming to war. He come back home and tell you, no, they didn't say they are coming to war. He will say, no, they are coming for peace. Somebody like this can cause death at this particular dangerous time in Igbo land. If that man can go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm making it very clear, those who think that it is arranging politicians to go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is in the interest of this struggle, they are making mistakes. When a politician call you, pay ticket for you, do this thing, tell you to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you go there. They are all coming for their own personal issues. Those who want to contest for governor will come to you through somebody. Those who, last election, we know those. How many of them, it is a ticket. If you pay, you go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is how they are rubbishing this particular struggle. This is how they are rubbishing it. And somebody should not expect us to keep silent when somebody like Iwuanyanwu came out and speak on Channels Television, the enemy's TV, against Biafrans. And he made those statements. And there were people there Even there was an IPOB lawyer in that place. He did not interject and said, please, this is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu meant. Everybody keep silent. Iwuanyanwu condemned IPOB, said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have disassociated himself with IPOB. I am not taking it, and I will never take it until that correction is made. We will continue to hammer on Iwuanyanwu until he make that correction. If he don't, or people who were part of that thing, we are not the one to speak for him. He is the one to speak and say, I made a mistake in what I say. And all these things, if they do not come to this particular level to make this clarification, Biafrans, all of you on the media, everywhere, on the radio, we continue to hammer it because that is a job of an agent provocateur. He has come to destabilize IPOB more because the enemies have taken it. The enemies have taken it. People will say, oh, we discussed. No, it's very sensitive. That particular statement Iwuanyanwu made can destabilize IPOB in the next 1 to 2 years. To say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have disassociated himself with IPOB. He's talking at 30th. Iwuanyanwu went there to cry for 30th May. Iwuanyanwu, you are in Abuja. I don't think that the 30th May affected you. You flew out of Biafra land. You didn't sit at home. You were in Abuja to go to. So why are you crying more than the bereaved? Why? Why crying more than the bereaved? Why? So going to tell Mazi Nnamdi sit at home. They knew that that sit at home was not the Monday sit at home. It has nothing to do with the Monday sit at home. Why are people trying to do those things? Why are they trying to connect all these things? As if the 30th May, they don't know what the 30th May is all about. Why? Why are they connecting the 30th May to the Monday sit at home? Why? Why are they crying? Why is it that Igbo politicians and some people will start crying when IPOB make a harmless decision, a one-day decision? Sometimes many laws, even we living in foreign land, even people, many laws must not favor everybody, but it must be obeyed. Sometimes there are laws, even Nigeria, there are laws Nigeria set up in our place. Most of our people, are they not obeying it? We don't have problem if you raise your voice and say these things we are doing. We don't have problem for that. But it's when you take it out of line, that is where we have problem with you. When you take it as if it is a personal something, then IPOB will have problem with you. Because it is not done to you, it is done for the betterment of the land. IPOB have no leader. IPOB have no leader in the politics. The leader of IPOB is in detention. Presently, the DOS is in charge of this struggle. So whatever order the issue goes, if you feel that IPOB is not, then stop us when we put up a law in Biafra land. We have shown you people signs, signals that we are in charge of this land. But every day, some of you want to try the resoluteness of this great movement. What I'm saying this evening, it is time. 30th May will still come next year. We will also inform WAEC 6 months before the WAEC exam. Next year, IPOB will inform WAEC 6 months before the time. Because next year, if WAEC, they are looking opportunity to say, oh, they don't want their people to go to school. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. That is emotional blackmail. They don't want their children want to go to an exam. How many of them that graduated that has job? How many? How many? How many of them that have graduated that are in the university? How many? How many of them that have taken the examination that are not waiting for strike to resume before they start school? you want to threaten, you can change the date of that examination. It's not that we saw, I think, JAMB also changing date for some, for I think there is a strike. JAMB was supposed to be, JAMB, I think they were having problem with this labor as of yesterday. I didn't see many of them crying. Labor, Nigerian labor was because of the JAMB. JAMB saying they were dragging it. I didn't see many of you talk. I didn't see many of you tell labor, stop that thing, our children are taking JAMB. I didn't see any of you talk about it. Hypocrisy. Nobody, I didn't see any Igbo man, wherever they are. No Biafran said, hey, labor, stop this thing you are doing. My child is taking JAMB. He's going to university next year. None of you said it. It is when he reached an IPOB on, you people started making noise, paying media people to start campaigning against something we are doing. And we are not going to accept it. Next year, we will inform, and all our people, there are Biafrans who are working in the WAEC office. Who's supposed to remind them? 30th May is sacrosanct. Nobody can do anything about that. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, we must continue to be resolute in this struggle. There is no retreat. There is no surrender. Irrespective of anything we come across. Some will come and go. More will continue to march. What happened on 30th May is enough for Nigeria to know that in the next 100 years, they cannot defeat this ideology. They cannot. They can never defeat this ideology. And that is why you saw what happened in Aba. All the people who have taken money from them, promising them heaven and earth, how they are going to stop IPOB, how they will dislodge IPOB, how they will destroy Chinasa Nworu and Chike Dozema and all the money they have spent and spent out of their nose. They are acting out of frustration now. I will stop here on that particular 30th May so that we can go in on what happened in Aba. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here in case you have anything to add before we go to the second topic.
Anyway, what I want to also put there so that you can continue with it. Like this, what is happening, what Ohaneze Ndibo, chieftain, is saying. Mazi, does it mean that they want IPOB leadership to, many people don't understand it, in short. Is it really what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, or is it that he is twisting everything? Please, because this is what people have been asking. Mazi, please, before you enter the second part, please.
Mazi, from the information, because we are not there when the meeting they held, but from the information, because we have raised our concern over this, we are told that this is not what they discussed, that he misunderstood what him and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. And I totally disagree. Reasons are, if he really mistake from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they discussed, or whether he used it because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in that place for his own political or selfish reason, the best known to him. Some say he's an old man, he don't remember everything. I disagree. As long as I know, there was no time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disassociated himself with IPOB. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu I know made very clear is that he never sent anybody to go to kill people in Aba. He never sent people for any criminal offense. But what concerns the 30th May is sacrosanct, that nobody can touch it, and nobody can talk about it or be against, because it is something we have been doing for over a decade now. That this he must have in mind, that nobody, in terms of going to kill people in Aba, he never asked anybody to go and kill people in Aba. But on the issue of 30th May, which he came to, reported to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that there is, Onyendu let him know that it is something that they will never discuss, because it is sacrosanct. Now, Mazi, you know, anytime you see these politicians want to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there must be something disturbing them. They have one. It's not that they went truly for the love of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. Of course, they will come say, we are trying to see how they will release you. They use it and raise their own issue and see how they will get some information they want. They walk away. If he talks something more bad, next time DSS will not allow him to come there. This one, everybody have to know that. If he talks anything that is not in the interest of the government, in the DSS will never allow him to come there, irrespective of anything. So that one we have to be sure. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never disassociates himself with IPOB. In fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if he disassociates himself with IPOB, if he disassociates himself with IPOB, that is the greatest danger he has done to himself. Because in the zoo, will do something that nobody will believe. That is it, Mazi.
Mazi, I think you go to the second part of the despicable actions that happened in Aba. Mazi, please, go on.
Okay, Mazi, dear friends and all the lovers of freedom. From the flyer we released, the second topic I want to touch there is the false flag operation that happened in Aba. Every Biafran knows that our sit at home is always no violence. IPOB is not, that's why we continue to talk about how IPOB conduct their sit at home. And after that sit at home, many people were calling, said, this is IPOB sit at home. The ESN also did a very marvelous job in some areas we know the criminals always come out from. The ESN was at work. They did a very excellent job on that day, because there are some flashpoints that we know some of these criminals may want to come out from. And we make sure that those places were heavily monitored. And even some of them will notice that if you go out from that place to disrupt anything, that automatically you will find it funny. That because we know we had this notion that anytime we call for this, that there are some infiltrators, because themselves cannot call for a sit at home and it happens. Maz, I think you know that. So most times they want to fly on the back of IPU to commit certain things. The order is very clear. Most of them, they have, how many times have you seen them call for sit at home? What they will do is they will go in the market, kill somebody, one market, and run away. Where people come out for their business. But when IPOB call for a sit at home, least we forget, just look at what happened on 30th May. The people know it is a genuine call. It's not just every day you wake up, you call sit at home. Every day you wake up, you call sit at home. If you want to raise money, you call sit at home. That is not IPO. That is not IPO. Now, Mazi, we all know, we know that, but we didn't investigate what happened in Aba. And the way the operation happened in Aba, there is no two ways that you won't know it is a government-sponsored operation. Mazi, even ask any IPO, even common sense, according to some eyewitnesses that was asked, Mazi, a jeep came with Ojukwu sticker, Ojukwu poster on the jeep. They put on the Ojukwu poster and a Biafran flag. The jeep came to this particular army checkpoint, massacred 5 Nigerian military officers. Majority are Igbos. I think 4 of them are Igbos. One is Bala Abraham. He's an Hausa, but a Christian. So 5 of them are Christians. Mazi. And those who posted them on that place, that they knows why they posted them. They didn't want it to be an Hausa Fulani because they are Mazi. This is a junction. People are coming out of the junction. They have always been there. Even people have seen the picture. They have seen the videos. When the military came that place, did you saw the military where the military officer is beating somebody? Say, now who carried that jeep come? So they know that a jeep came. The military officer was asking, tell us who carried the jeep come here. Who carried the jeep come here? The question is this. So the military officer know that a jeep came here. And they tell me, can IPOB, any person with his common sense, put Ojukwu flag, sticker on a jeep, put Biafra flag, came to kill? Let me say something to many people who don't know. If they like, they help the women. Do you know that some of these military guys they kill, their wives, family members are IPOB members? Do you know? And how? One is from Alex Oti place, from Isi Alangwa. The other one from Ubunabo. 2 officers from the same state. The other Ike Chuku something, I don't know his state. Then the other Emmanuel Augustine, which the military released their names. Then immediately this thing happened. Hope Uzodimma was the first person. I haven't seen all the thing happening in Anambra, in Imo State. I have not seen all the killings going on in Imo State. I have never seen any governor from another state that raises alarm of what is happening in that state. I have never seen. Upon all the whole killing going on in Imo State, military, the slaughter of police officers, I have never seen even Soludo said something about it. I have never seen Alex Oti say something about it. Even before their tenure, I have never seen. But the moment this thing happened, Hope Uzodimma was the first person who raised alarm, start interfering in what happened in the military. The military, within a couple of hours, declared to deal with IPOB mercilessly. I don't know how they concluded on the investigation. And no, it is IPOB. This is the same tactics they used during the Civil War that put enmity between the coastal lines and the mainland. They will wear Biafran uniform, take Biafran flag, go to a community in the coastal region, kill people, and told them it is Biafran people who came and killed them. That is what they did in the coastal line that draw enmity into we. We know those things. That's why we are very, very careful, so that it is easy to dictate when the enemy struck. And I am asking Biafrans this evening, can IPOB on that same day, with Biafra flag, with Ojukwu poster, with a brand new jeep? IPOB have no brand new jeep. They went and strike. The Nigerian military, people they know, they are all Igbo extraction. They were in one place. It's not that they were patrolling. They went and struck them. Purpose of them raised alarm. Benjamin Kalu raised alarm. Do you know one thing with Igbo people? Anytime, they never ask. There are people. The Nigerian military have consistently, over 10 years, a decade now, killing IPOB members, adopting IPOB members. Only in 2003, over 1,000 IPOB members were adopted and killed by the Nigerian military. The people they're supposed to be protected. Nobody talk about them. These Igbo politicians, they are here. We are shouting how they go massacre people. No Igbo politician, no Igbo businessman, none of them will ever open mouth and condemn the killing. Mazi, let me give you an example. Whoever you are, you know, they are systematically reducing the population of Biafrans. Do you know the people they target? They target the youth. Mazi, you know, all the youth, whether he become a policeman, a welder, anybody, anything he will become in future, he must marry. The end of all the struggle, all the grown up, the end will be to have a family. Whether he become a criminal, whether he's a freedom fighter, whether he's a lawyer, anything he did, he will surely have a family. When you kill 1,000 Biafrans, youth, Mazi, how many, imagine, give them like two children or three children into 1,000. And even the grown up have families. Give them an average of three kids. Or four kids. Mazi, do you see the number of people they are wiping out? They are crying about population growth. Some countries want their population to rise up. But in our own, because the system have never changed, there is no job. If there is job, what is wrong with population? The more unity is power. The more number that, the more you are stronger. Why are they trying to reduce the population of our own people? So the military thought they are the only one who have the right to do what? Kill people, them and the police. Guns are given to them. The job they use the gun to do is just to kill civilians. If civilians talk, they kill. If anybody talk, they kill. They are the only one legalized to kill anybody. They went there, killed 5 military officers. In less than 24 hours, Tinubu have come out to declare to go and crush IPOB. Crush those who are declaring sit at home. What does that signify, everybody? This is a false flag operation by the Nigerian military and Nigerian government. Because they have automatically lose the control of all the people they thought they would have destroyed IPOB. Have every one of you forgotten? On 30th May 2021, the day Ahmed Gulak was killed in Imo State. It is the same 30th May. Ahmed Gulak was gunned down in Imo State. From that day was the day military invaded Imo State till today. Haven't you people seen the condition in Imo State? They used that singular act that Ahmed Gulak was killed in Imo State. They knew what happened to him. That is how military was brought in from the north. But they Fulani they were. Today, after 3 years, how is Imo State today? How many thousands of people have they killed? Now they shift to Abia. Many of them. Why is Abia quiet? Why is Abia moving well? I do not want to call names, but I knew there are some politicians who have sent people, said OT is supposed to be disrupted. OT is working with IPOB. That is why Abia State is very quiet. Tell them why. How can you give these allegations? That is why Abia is quiet. I mean, some politicians, I find who have been accusing, say that during their time, everything, how can OT be working? Since it's working, they must put problem in that place. They must show him that he is nobody. These Igbo politicians, they should be careful. They should be careful. We are not in their normal game. The IPOB leadership is not in their normal game. Because when they fail, they shift to another side. They know who won't accept. Like, for example, when people were lobbying, let this guy come and speak on Radio Biafra. We said no. There was also a politician before that want to come and speak on Radio Biafra. We said no, you can't speak on Radio Biafra. If you want to speak to Nigerian media. If what you said is good about IPOB, we will share the video that you have said the truth. But you cannot sit on the platform of the indigenous people of Biafra. They wear a divine platform in defense of freedom. And you come there and talk rubbish. Come to talk. You have defied our ideology now. When we allow a politician we know, you have defied. Radio Biafra is no-go area for any Igbo politician, any Nigerian politician that we know the role he's playing in Biafra land. All this time they are planning, how can we destroy Abia? They targeted, they waited on. Abia has been very peaceful. ESN has been checkmating crime in Abia State. Without talking, it's for our own betterment. When we tell our people, come back home, you think IPOB leadership, you know, one thing is that our people they have ego. You know, if you get 100,000, you come and make noise. Anything, small something people did, they make noise, too much noise. That's why you see all about the celebrity, or you see many of them, they make noise that people thought they have something. When they become sick, they come on social media and start begging. Some of you will be surprised. This person, I thought that they make too much noise because the noise they are making. If you make too much noise, the people who want to help you won't help you because they feel you are okay. You make noise. You hear this thing. You make too much noise that if people want to help you, they will say, I thought this guy make too much noise. This is one of the problems we are having in our place. Now, they want Abia State to be disrupted. Let me say this thing very, very well. They even plan that they will start to kidnap some workers to drive away all those people working in Abia so that Abia will not. They have already made the plans. They don't want. This is a national game they want to play. This is what they are planning against Abia. Just that, how can you allow this man to be doing freely? They want to disrupt the project. They want to disrupt all the people entering Abia State, doing businesses. They want to shut down people to say, because the Igbo politicians is that if they are not the one that did it, nobody can do it, they will be happy. For you people to know, immediately this thing happened, they flagging the importing soldiers from the north, Boko Haram soldiers. Are you not seeing some of the soldiers with dreadlock? A dreadlock in the military. Most of you don't see them on the checkpoint. Are they really soldiers? Soldiers with dreadlocks in Igbo land. Soldiers with dreadlocks. Have you ever seen those things? With guns. And most of you don't talk. I know some of you are being intimidated because they have guns. What they did in Aba is just a simple false flag operation. They want to use it to enter Abia State. Even we got a report. There is a student. A public administration student in Abia State Polytechnic. The guy, his father is a king. They gave wrong information. The son of a king. They gave wrong information. The military is happening today. Because that is what they are looking for. To kill the younger people. They entered into the palace of that man, shot his son and his friend. The boy is from Ohanze in Obimba. For you people to know what is happening, the boy's name is Obiwanne Obia. They killed him. They killed him and killed his friend together in the father's compound. A student, as Aba is hot, he returned to his father's house. With the wrong information, they came to his father's house, the military, and killed the young man and his father's compound. This is happening today. You saw a video that I posted, a girl that said they came and picked his younger brother, 15 years, and the younger sister. The father is over 70. They molested them and take away his. This is what is happening in Abia State. The question is that why are they targeting small boys, 17, 15, 16, 17 years? Why are they picking them? Why are they marching? What concerns our hands and what concerns Obikadia Junction? If you know the differences, I want everybody in Aba. What concerns Obikadia Junction and the Ohanze community down along Ekore Road. What concerns? How can they go there to kill the young men? Dear friends, are you seeing what is happening? Are you seeing what these people are doing? A young man that is about to graduate. He's in HND2, a student. He's in his final year in the Polytechnic. They killed him today because of false flag operation in Aba. We have gotten information how they are importing soldiers entering, and they told them, when Tinubu have already, many of you, sorry, I think the guy was killed yesterday, not today. Let me read what Tinubu, let you people, some of you don't understand what is happening. This is what, go to Tinubu. Some of you will say, are we sure? Go to Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu Twitter handle. Go and see what the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria tweeted. And I read, I'm not going to read all, but I'm going to read the place that is very, very important. He said, the President of Nigeria, Ahmed Tinubu, wrote, he said, I have received yet another disheartening news story about the killing of 5 soldiers by suspected militants of the proscribed terrorist organization, IPOB. That is what Tinubu called us. That is what Tinubu called IPOB, the proscribed militants, terrorist organization. The slain soldiers were on peacekeeping duty in Aba. Go there and read by yourself so that you won't say that it is Chinasa Nworu that said it. It is propaganda. Here on Radio Biafra, we don't do this leadership. We don't do propaganda. He said that the military was on peace mission, peacekeeping mission. Is there anything happening in Aba that they send them for peace mission? The same thing they said in Okuruma in Delta State, where they went and massacred people. The same thing. He said that the soldiers go to Ahmed Tinubu Twitter account. You will see it there with the official letter. He said that the slain soldiers were on a peacekeeping duty in Abadia State on Thursday when they were murdered just 2 months after a similar tragic incident happened in Okwama, Delta State. We have now compared what happened in IPO in Aba to what happened in Okwama in Delta State. I want everybody to understand this particular thing. Let me come. I want to read where he said we must be pounced on. He said, the unwarranted, barbaric, and evil acts are commendable and condemnable and should never condone or tolerated in our country. Our soldiers and police have the onerous duty to protect all of us from aggressors, and the criminal non-state actors. Now you ask yourself, who on that day was aggressive while people are at home? He's calling us an aggressors, criminal non-state actor. Dear President, IPOB is not a non-state actor. We are a state actor. As long as we have the ability to give an order in Biafra land and it is being obeyed, we can interfere in human rights abuses. We can fight for the rights of the people. Please, those who are writing your press or should go and check what a state actor does. And that is what IPOB does in Biafra land. It is very, very clear. He said hundreds of them have paid the ultimate price in fulfillment of their duty, while some have experienced indignity of being manhandled by people they protect. Let me go forward. He said, I'm coming, because no need to read all. No need to read all. In that particular document, just give me, because I want to inform our people where he made his pronouncement. I'm coming, Mazi. Just give me. So he said here in one of the letters, he said, I want to make it very clear that the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria and the armed forces have the capacity to crush violent non-state actors, making our communities unsafe. One thing I want to say here is that I urge security agencies not only to fish out the masterminds and perpetrators of Aba attack, but also those calling on people to stay at home. Their actions are nothing short of treason. Are you people understanding that, please? I urge security agencies not only to fish out the masterminds and perpetrators of the Aba attack. That means it's a separate incident. But they are saying it is Aba, it is Abia State, it is IPOB. But here, the president is saying now, I urge security agencies not only to fish out the mastermind and perpetrators of the Aba attack, but also those calling. Now he's coming against IPOB, those calling for a seat at home. We called for a seat at home. Him, Tinubu, while he was governor of Lagos State, was when they all anonymously agreed to make 12 June one person. Now he's coming against IPOB, those calling for a seat at home. We called for a seat at home. Him, Tinubu, while he was governor of Lagos State, was when they all anonymously agreed to make 12 June one person. Now he's coming against IPOB, those calling for a seat at home. We called for a seat at home. Him, Tinubu, while he was governor of Lagos State, was when they all anonymously agreed to make 12 June one person. Now he's coming against IPOB, those calling for a seat at home. We called for a seat at home. Him, Tinubu, while he was governor of Lagos State, was when they all anonymously agreed to make 12 June one person. Now he's coming against IPOB, those calling for a seat at home. We called for a seat at home. Him, Tinubu, while he was of Lagos State, was when they all anonymously agreed to make 12 June one person.
We must continue. Please do not forget that we are here on Radio Biafra House of Service. I think there is a little perturbation, but we must continue. We must continue. We must continue. You are listening to the voice of Mazi Chinasa Nworu. We have little perturbation. Let me see what is happening. Please, let me see. We must continue on this program. There is a little perturbation, but we must continue. Sometimes you have some bizarre problems. I don't know. Let me bring him. Yes. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? What is Mazi Chinasa? Can you hear me?
Mazi, I can hear you now. I think we are having network
yes,
problem.
Yes, I think so.
Side,
yes.
But my side is okay, and I'm getting some complaint that the radio is repeating.
It's repeating, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay now?
Yes, it's okay. Please go on.
Okay. Okay, Mazi, I forgot where they head.
Yeah, no, you were talking about the APA, you know, in general.
The Tinubu, when they put
yes,
17th
yes,
12th June,
yes, June 12th. June 12th. Yes,
okay,
it's from there.
So
yes.
okay, I they heard that. Okay, so Biafran, sorry for this interruption. I think it's a network technical issue, but we are back online. So, like as I was saying, you see what is happening in Aba. One thing, because of IPOB, everybody is arming themselves. Opus Obema is arming himself. He already armed himself. Dave Umahi already gone. He's not very happy because he wanted the governor to inherit the Bubago and continue the killing in Ebony State, which is not founding very, 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 very funny. So what I'm saying is this: Tinubu, when he was governor, they carved out on that particular day, June 12th, to celebrate Abiola. That was what they did. They said that Abiola for democracy. And today, what did they go again? We are celebrating, we are commemorating those that died. The commemoration of Biafra fallen heroes. Everybody is dragging, is removing their sword to fight IPOB. Iwuanyanwu himself, those that are supposed to remember, is the one he go to Akuje to complain to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they sit at home, we are making that people are taking WAEC. You can imagine that. You can imagine such kind of behavior in Imo State. Hope Uzodema, you know, Mazi, they want to destabilize this, and because already for Anambra next year is going to be war in Anambra. They have put up a standby militia they will use. And that, because of that standby militia coming from Hope from this side, which is going to team up with Ifanyoba, Ebakeba on one side, it have pushed Soludo, a professor, who was a professor, or who is a professor, because of the kind of hostility, insecurity they want to create in Igbo land. It has pushed Soludo now. Soludo have now gotten his own militia. They call them Ofobi. Anywhere you hear people say that Ofobi, this is Soludo militia. And as I am with intelligent report, as I am telling you, Soludo, his team, he used his chief security officer. They have acquired them over 150 AK-47. They are preparing for election next year. Go and write it somewhere. These people don't want Igbo land to be in peace. These people do. They want to create all this havoc in the name of IPOB. They continue to create havoc. They continue to create havoc. From here to here, they hear Hope Uzodinma is their agent. He has to do this job now because they have started promising him. How they promise Wike to be vice president or vice president. How they promise Okezi Bazu to be vice president. How they promise, Dave Umahi to be president. How they promise to Obon Nayonu to be president or vice president. Wike, they promise him vice president after they keep him one side. The same promise they are giving to what they call him now, Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma is killing with no mercy. Is killing with no mercy. They are massacring people, keeping militia they will use to disrupt. That is what IPOB fought in 2001. But those we fought for don't know what we have done for them. You imagine these politicians they used to go as far as to the coastal area to rent militias from the coastal area. To rent militia. That is why you see that Creek Toad have a private army. That is where they rent people from him. Tompolo, the same thing. They are renting armed people from them. Most of you don't know. That is the business they are into. And the arms militia, they are bringing them to Igbo land. That's why you see when some of those our brothers from the Riverine area comes to Biafra land, they behave like the Northerners because the hatred they have against their own people. Because now they know if going to bring them from far, it will cause a problem. They now bring them from Omok, from Mondoni, from Bayasa. They bring them from Delta. They come with the same hatred. They come, they rape their sisters, they rape their aunties, they rape any women. That is what people like Hope Uzodinma they've brought to the state. They brought to the region.